All right, folks, good morning. Welcome to October 14th, 2021. Jack and C. Ham, thank you for keeping me honest. Sorry I didn't update you sooner. I did not post the lab yesterday. So that means that we are doing the lab today. All right, so in Schoology now, we have the catalase enzyme activity. All right, if you click on this, it's not doing it. I thought there was going to be a description. Here it is. If you click on week 1, and then before you open up the catalase enzyme activity, it kind of gives you a quick instructions into what you're going to be doing. So, first things first, watch the Bozeman Science video. It pretty much simulates the exact same lab we did yesterday. Download the lab sheet, get that into Notability. And then there's a data sheet that you need to copy first into the data table. Then choose one of the variables, either pH, temperature, or concentration. And then for the other two groups, you'll fill in the data using the images or photos. All right. So really what's going to happen is, because it's online, you'll watch the video. Excuse me. You'll watch the video, you'll fill in the data table, and then you will go through the process of finding the slope for each section of the graph that you make. And then you will choose a variable to see how that variable changes the rate of reaction. All right. And then once you have all that data in, you've calculated your slope and all that jazz, then you can answer the following like conclusion questions and all of that. If you ever run into any trouble while you're doing this, take a look at the lab enzyme activity help. So this shows you how to do corrected readings. It's essentially whatever your first reading was, take your next reading and subtract it by the first reading. So 102 minus 100 is 2. The first box is always going to be 0. Okay, it shows you right here. So then 104 minus 100 is 4. 106 minus 100 is 6. 107, 7. Okay, what you're graphing, you're going to graph the corrected readings. You're not going to graph the data table right here. Okay. So this is what you graph. For the first one, we ran 3 trials. So then each trial is a different color here. And then we put in our line of best fit. All right, and a line of best fit for your different trials, if you choose pH, don't connect the dots. That's not a line of best fit. Okay, it should be an average. All right. If you choose pH, if you choose temperature, you will need to make 3 to 4 different lines of best fit, depending on the variable you choose. All right. Same thing with concentration. All right. And then once you have your slope here, once you have your line of best fit, then you can start to calculate your slope in kilopascals per second. Definitely use this help worksheet, the enzyme lab or enzyme activity help worksheet. That will definitely help. Obviously, it's called the help worksheet. That will definitely get you going, get you started. If you still have questions after that, please feel free to reach out. Over break, this is going to be due on the Monday after break. Over break, I have class. Or I have school. You all don't have school, but I have school Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So if you ever have any questions over break, make sure you contact me on one of those days. If you contact me on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I'm not going to answer it. I'm off having fun before it starts snowing. So go ahead and do that. And I know I still need to correct your diffusion labs. I will have that done before the end of the week. If anything, I will stay late on Friday to correct them. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful week. I will see you all over the weekend, over the MEA break. But for today and tomorrow, this enzyme lab is what you're working on. All right, folks.